This presentation will focus on the cross-curricular subjects English and Science, how they accompany one another, and how ICT can be used to implement this. To begin, we must first define both the traditional and contemporary approaches to gain an understanding of each concept. A cross-curricular approach ultimately means that skills learnt in one subject are applied in other subjects, whereas a discrete approach focuses on teaching each subject individually. The history of the cross-curricular and discrete approach. Here we have the analysis of the transition education has made from the traditional discrete approach of teaching to engaging in the countless benefits of a contemporary cross-curricular teaching approach within the national curriculum and current curriculum reform in the new national curriculum set by the Department for Education in 2013. The Plowden Report 1967, officially titled Children and Their Primary Schools, is one of the most influential reports in the great debate of these approaches. It showed much support for the cross-curricular approach, however, did find the discrete approach to be of both benefit and significance in later primary education. The overall concept derivative of the National Curriculum 1987 was that although there were opportunities for integrated work, it was indeed difficult. In 1992, the Three Wise Men report favoured the discrete approach, however did find that topic work produced work of high standard. In 1999, much like the Three Wise Men report, the national curriculum favoured the discrete approach. It was the Rose report in 2009 which steered towards highlighting the benefit of cross-curricular learning, and in 2010, the report The Importance of Teaching clearly identified that teachers should be given more freedom to teach in the curriculum. It was these changes that led to the revised national curriculum in 2013, which saw the elimination of levels followed today. Should we use cross-curricular approach? Although many have insisted upon stressing the disadvantages of the cross-curricular approach to teaching and learning, for example that it takes away from individual subjects, the advantages do show significant benefits. As stated by Marzano 1991, it encourages pupils to think more holistically. Price 2010 states that children have more confidence in their ability to tackle a given task. Similarly, Hayes 2010 states it helps adapt learning to real-life situations. This is evident in the current national curriculum, which has many common skills across several subjects. Cross-curricular teaching and learning can be achieved effectively and in depth, saving time in having to teach and learn this skill twice. For example, reporting findings is a core element of science, which also covers aspects of the English curriculum. It is known that such practice can lead to a substantial increase in children's understanding, as there is more time for them to explore, and most importantly, the required English skills are in a context familiar to them. Although the cross-curricular approach allows for creative planning, it may cause issues. For example, in timetabling, trying to ensure children are getting enough education in each subject throughout the academic year. Should the cross-curricular approach be used within science and English? I believe it should. As shown in the diagram, there are significant similarities between the skills to be applied in both subjects, and there is a direct correlation between the phrases used. Both the 1999 and 2013 National Curriculum documents have been used here to show that similarities exist from a favoured discrete approach in 1999 till the present day where the cross-curricular approach is in favour. This leads to the notion that the cross-curricular approach is the most appropriate to covering both programs of study. The primary similarity is the use of spoken language, which many would assume the obvious relation to English. However, what they would not assume is that the same acquisition, application and comprehension of language is also applied in science. One of the recommended principles highlighted in the Bullock Report 1975 was that each school should have an organised policy for language across the curriculum, thus stressing the importance of language throughout the curriculum. Scientific vocabulary and terminology is sometimes very unfamiliar to children, and so due to language covering a vast area of both purposes of studies, a cross-curricular approach is most appropriate. Some of the cross-curricular aspects are making predictions, describing what has happened, learning new vocabulary, recording ideas. However, when using the cross-curricular approach in science and English, it may be easy to allow science to take over, and so it is important to ensure that English skills are covered thoroughly. The importance of spoken language in science education. Lemke 1990 states that scientific education should enable students to become fluent speakers of science. And so engaging in discussions between students and teachers, it encourages children to practice scientific vocabulary and language before having to write anything down. However, using the correct scientific vocabulary shortly after learning it can be discouraging for children. As stated by Burnett et al. 1994, difficulty with language in science lessons causes increased difficulty with scientific reasoning. Therefore, having time to participate in active discussion allows for the exploration of an area in science and allows children to familiarise themselves with the scientific vocabulary. Learning scientific vocabulary may cause confusion for children, as some terms have different meanings in daily life, which children may already be familiar with. As a result, in promoting a dialogic learning environment, children are encouraged to engage and participate in scientific discussion on a daily basis. As suggested by McComas 2013, this language is even more important since science is about discovery. Thus, problems that children may come across can be addressed by implementing skills from the English National Curriculum in regards to spoken language. Dialogic teaching and learning. In this table, we can see the different types of talk put forward by Fisher 2009, and it can be argued that dialogic talk is the most effective in education, particularly in science, which is one subject that allows for active investigation. Dialogic talk offers a freedom to explore which other types of talk do not. This freedom to talk through active investigation underpins Piaget's theory of constructivism, which Guest 2003 explains children construct their own knowledge by testing ideas and approaches based on their prior knowledge and experience, applying these to a new situation and integrating the new knowledge gained with pre-existing intellectual constraints. Wolf and Alexander 2008 also suggests that dialogic interactions lead to a higher level understanding. Vygotsky's 1986 theory is most relevant here as scaffolding takes place throughout dialogic talk. It enables the learner to build upon prior knowledge or to address misconceptions, deepening their understanding. Using ICT as a tool to teach science and English. In order to enhance cross-curricular learning further, ICT can be used as a tool to enrich pupils' knowledge and skills. Children use technology devices before they start school, and so technology in the classroom can be used to further engage and motivate children as suggested by Betts. ICT can be taught alongside other subjects too, particularly science and English. For example, children can use ICT to research types of trees, and then use iPads or digital cameras to take pictures of trees in their local area on a short walk with the class teacher. These images can then be transferred onto computers so that children can write up fact files. Here, science and English are combined and ICT is the overarching factor that ties them together. Meller et al. 2007 highlight that smartboards encourage collaboration and help differentiate lessons, such as incorporating video clips and images in the delivery of a lesson. The ability to encourage pupils to use the smartboards themselves can encourage more participation and allow children to develop their confidence when using ICT as a learning tool. These uses of ICT can show how well it can be used to promote cross-curricular approaches to science and English. Overall, although the discrete approach to science and English can result in significant outcomes, there are endless opportunities in using a cross-curricular approach. The national curriculum allows for more opportunities for cross-curricular teaching to happen. With regards to science and English, there are many ways and opportunities where the two subjects can be cross-curricular linked to embed and instill knowledge of these subjects. This knowledge and array of skills can also be applied to other subjects, leading to endless possibilities in learning. Although the correct application and use of ICT can be most effective in helping to enhance pupils' learning whilst allowing them to creatively learn new skills. In conclusion, I think cross-curricular approaches to science and English should be promoted, and in particular the use of spoken language in science lessons through dialogic methods. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation.